Welcome to the live. Welcome to the live. What's up? What's up? What's up? A nice Thursday afternoon. You know what I'm saying? I'm here with my dog. Let a couple of you come in. We have a nice banger for y'all today. A nice interview. Keep this nice, short, and simple. We just finished working out, so yeah, we just keeping it simple. You know, we're still trying to catch our breath right now. You know, what's up? Let a couple more people join the live. And once people join the live, then we're gonna get this rocking. You know what I'm saying? I got a good friend of mine here, and we're doing a double header today. We're definitely, I'm gonna give you guys some exclusive, something you guys wasn't expecting. You know, let a couple people come in here right now on the YouTube. You know what I'm saying? I try to play some music, but you know the thing is acting up. So we're having some technical difficulties in the background. So let a couple people come in on the live on YouTube, and I'm gonna introduce my homeboy and let you guys know what's going on. Well, what's up? Y'all already know this Fresh Papito World Talk. I always bring bangers and exclusive to you guys. I told you I had a surprise for you guys. This is a good friend of mine. You know what I'm saying? We actually did time together, and you know, we this gentleman right here is gonna tell you how much time he did, and he's gonna give you a little bit of piece of his mind. You know, I'm gonna ask him some questions. I'm actually dragging it off. All right, my brother. You know, when you come to Miami, you know, hit me up. So, we'll definitely will link up, get you a nice little interview. Well, like I was telling you guys, I'm here with my homeboy Juan Carlos. We also did time together. This gentleman here did. How much did you do? Introduce yourself first of all, Juan Carlos.
Well, I'm Juan Carlos Rodriguez. I'm from the city of Dade, as you can see. You know, Dade County bound. I did this 17 years, and I learned a great deal.
Y'all already heard it, man. 17 years of his life. He-Man 216, salute from Cleveland, Ohio, man. Salute. Thank you for supporting. Thank you for coming in. And thank you for always showing love to the channel, man. I appreciate that, my brother. Well, doing 17 years of your life, how was the experience? You know, a little bit, just the top, because we want to give people some more. We want to make a better video after this. We just thought about this and jumped on the live. How was your experience and your journey through prison?
Well, first of all, kids, don't try this at home. And, well, you know, I mean, you know, at first it's a gestation period of life. You know, you grow up, you know what I'm saying, like in there, like, you know, throughout the years, and it's a valuable lesson in itself. You know, you see things, you learn from things, and those that don't grasp anything, you know, they just fall to the wayside. You know, along the journey, you know, a lot of things have been revealed to me, you know, like, you know, being a better father, being a better person overall, you know what I'm saying? But this, you know, sometimes advice doesn't work. You know, you have to hit yourself, you know, you have to, you know, take the initial hit, you know, to learn something that, you know, learn something. And from there, I mean, you know, I just started, you know, like opening my mind to things, you know. I mean, amongst the war, amongst the turmoil, amongst the negativity, you know, amongst, you know, you look down the cell block, you see a guy, you know, whose mother just died. You know, you see a guy, you know, that his wife just left him. You see a guy that, you know, about to commit suicide because he can't take the time. You know, amongst the turmoil, you know, those are all lessons in itself. You know, they're calibrated into one to show, you know, the if.
I'll get with you in a little bit. I'm finished.
You know, and that's what it is. You know.
And 17 years. What kind of camps were you in? When you did these 17 years, what's some of the camps that you touched, that you know, that you visited here in the state of Florida?
Well, I visited. I'm gonna say Martin. I'm gonna say Belglade, Hendry Correctional, when I was a jitterbug, when I was 17 years old. Like 13 different camps, numerous camps, you know, because, you know, the hateration comes on, you know, you got to bust somebody's ass, or, you know, you got to, you got to take, you got to go through initial, you know, confrontations against other people, other haters, You know, you pull chicks in there, you know, and when you pull other female correctional officers, you know, some other people hate on you because you got the woman and they don't have the woman, and they want to tell on you, you know, because you have the woman and you don't have the woman, and because she's bringing in 4 ounces of dope a week, and you know, you moving phones, you moving dope, but a nigga hate on you instead of, you know, participating. He hates, and then you got to bust his ass, and then you got to go from camp to camp to camp like that.
What's going on, Daniel James? Welcome to the live, my brother. And but I want to ask you a question, something that I stress a lot here, and I always bring it. You know, I always make a point about this. When you go to prison, if you mind your business, you don't get into nothing with nobody, you don't stick your nose in nobody's business, you do your time, you don't mess, you don't get into the gamble, you don't mess with punks, you're not affiliated with nobody, you just a quiet dude doing your time. 9 out of 10, you shouldn't have too many problems, right?
Of course, most definitely.
Okay, thank you. That's something that I was stressing, because you got so many people out here in this YouTube world that really give the wrong idea to the people in the streets in the real world that's never been in that type of situation. They never been in the chain gang. They never been in the kind of. They never been to those kind of places. So when the people come on here and they listen to a lot of these stories, they fall for it because they've never been in that situation. And I always stress that because I don't like people to be fooled. I like to give it to you blood raw. I like for you to know reality. I wouldn't like nobody to be lying to me about something or painting me a fairy tale or some kind of movie. I'm gonna give y'all like it is. That's why I brought a good friend of mine to give you a little bit, a piece of his mind, of what he's been through, of his experience at 17 years, man. 17 years is 17 years. So what was it like after you went through that journey of your life of doing 17 years and you came out to society? How was your feeling when you came out after 17 years, seeing the real world again?
You know, I was elated. I mean, I won't lie. You know, I was happy to leave. And, you know, it was just, it hit you all in one time that, you know, you don't even think about, you know, the basic things of, you know, of standing in line for, you know, waiting up, you know, in the public's line, or standing here or waiting, you know, to the gasoline station, you know, to, you know, put gas in your car. You know, these things, you know, they tend not to bother you anymore, you know, or the small things that happen in society tend not to bother you because, you know, after doing so, you know, being, you know, in a cage for so long, you know, you tend to, you know, to grasp the small things in life, you know, the most important things, you know, I mean, what's more, you know, smallest things, but yes, the most potent, the most powerful, you know, which is family, which is, you know, a proper way of life, you know what I mean? A spiritual awakening, you know, and all these lessons that, you know, that come forth before you, you know, and how you had to handle situations, you know, amongst your brother or amongst your sister or amongst your friends. You know, these things happen, these things take place, and the way you handle it, you know, with humanity now, it's a big difference for, you know, eating breakfast every morning with, you know, serial killers and, you know, rapists and, you know, all kind of murderers, and people do, you know, grotesque things, than sitting down and eating, you know, breakfast with somebody that's normal, you know, a normal conversation with normal people, you know. So it's a big difference, you know, and it plays its role and it plays its part, you know. And you know, I want the world to know one thing, you know, just because we've been in prison don't make us bad people. You know, people make mistakes. You got millionaires in there, you got lawyers in there, you got police officers in there, you got all kinds of people from all walks of life in there. You know, so don't be fooled, you know, out there in society. Think that, you know, they people want to point the finger at us. You see the tattoos in our face and this, that, because, you know, these, you know, we were raised in these streets like this. It wasn't something that was given to us. You know, it wasn't, you know, sometimes some of us had no choice, you know, but to fall into that, you know, say, well, we won't, you know, that's all we knew. But for us to point fingers,
shout out, my brother. Yeah.
For us to point fingers at the next person, you know, because he's been in prison or he's done bad things, you know, that's you know, that's ignorant with itself. Because, you know, you got people, yeah, just because we're in there, you got people that love us too, you know, that come see us, that write us, that send us pictures, you know, that, you know, not all of us are rapists, not all of us are pedophiles, you know what I mean? Not all of us, you know, are bad people. You know, we just made bad choices. Mm-hmm. You know?
So it was kind of weird. Mm-hmm. After 17 years actually coming out here, and because it was for me, and I did 10 and a half. but 10 and a half with 17 is a big difference too, you know?
Mhm.
A couple of years extra, it makes a big difference. And what's the longest time you've done in confinement?
5 years.
5 years behind the door?
Yes.
Can you share with us what made you go and be behind that door like that? If you don't mind sharing that story with us.
Well, there been a couple of incidents where.
Oh, before he keeps on, I'm gonna tell y'all, sir.
Mhm.
The reason I asked him that I brought him here, because I did time in the same camp with him, and this was a gentleman that I'm gonna say it was not to play with. When he just this is the gentleman that you don't want to see. If you owe any type of money to anybody that's not on the red card, and you see this gentleman coming in through that door, you already know what's gonna happen. He's coming to collect. So you really don't want to see, if you owe anybody money, you don't want to see this man coming through that front door because you already know what time it is. So he's gonna share with y'all a little piece because I don't want him to expose too much, because we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna make a good interview, organized interview, and he's gonna give you exclusive. It's coming soon. After this corona, we're gonna sit down, set it up, edit it, and I'm gonna give you guys some real exclusive. So I don't want him to spread out all the goodies, you know what I mean? Share with us real quick, how did you land behind the door on CM for 5 years of your life? 5 years behind the door. 60 days for me, 120 days for me was like a life eternity. Imagine 5 years behind the door, confinement, only coming out of the shower and go back in your room. Go ahead, let them have it. Don't sugarcoat it. Let them have it with high one down. How you got back then?
Well, Papito, saying a good funny thing you bring up, because I got friends that that's been behind this door for, some of them been 15, 20 years behind the door.
Wow.
That never seen a compound before, saying the whole bit has been down. So when you behind the door, a lot of thought process is different now, because now you have a lot of time to reflect, and a lot of time to yourself. So upon that reflection, you see, like a providence, like of lessons. It's like and the providence is like, it's a whole mirror of things that you have done in the past.
Mm-hmm.
And and as you go along in your mind, you correct them, because it's part of becoming a better person. It's part of transitioning, and one thing about prison is going to make you, it's going to break you. Situations like that where you're behind the door 5 years, situations like that where you're behind the door 10 years, 20 years, whatever the case may be. Some people take the time to, reflect on themselves, build a spiritual process, educate themselves in all kind of manners. You got people behind the door, that seduce. You got people behind the door just by having time to themselves.
Yeah.
Seduce, saying people that work for the Queen of England.
Oh, yeah.
Through letters.
Yeah.
Through letters. You all right? Just through letters alone, not phone calls and nothing, just to the power of manuscript. Seduce people that worked in with the Queen for them to write them and send them money because they don't have not 1 cent in their pocket.
I heard those stories. But break down to them real quick, because you have a lot of people that don't know what is being behind the door. Break it down to and give us a story how you got there real quick.
Okay.
Because you got people that be like, what's behind the door? And then you got to
okay, behind the door really means that if you're in a compound and you get in trouble, let's say that you get caught with drugs, or so people come visit you, they bring drugs, and they get apprehended because they bring drugs. Okay,
let me get rid of these people here, because you always got idiots. Hold up for a second. Sorry, y'all. So you gotta.
You see?
I'm not even gonna repeat what that man said.
What did he say?
I'm gonna tell you what we finished. Some real disrespectful stuff, man. That's part of the channel. That happens. That's part of this. When you would get into YouTube, it's part of those. That's why I deleted it and I blocked them. Those people like that are the people that make you strong and make you more of a better person to work on your character. Because the old me would have came out, but if you would have seen that, he probably would have came out and said something too. You feel me? He's like, look at those two fags. You know what I mean? Saying some stupid stuff.
Well, you're always gonna have ignorance. But the thing is that people could talk behind the computer and stuff like that.
Of course.
But if you come and I'll give you where I live at, and you shoot ahead of fade, it's another difference.
You see what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? If you come where I live at, I'll give you the address, and then we could talk like that there.
Yeah,
I don't all that talking behind computers. It doesn't count.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So okay.
So behind the door, we were back to
you get roped off. You get roped off, and the only reason that people they point the finger because they never been in those positions. A lot of people never been in those positions, and if they would, and a lot of them when they were in those positions in there were straight bitches in there. You understand? You know what I'm saying? I know this. So okay. One of the reasons you go behind the door is either like you get in trouble. You fight, you stab somebody, so
you get into it with the police. Behind the door is confinement. CM, closed management.
Right. You're locked up, but you're locked up within being locked up.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
You only come out the room, I think, what is it? 3 times a week?
Oh, yeah, 3 times a week. In the shower and to go back in.
Monday, Wednesday, and Friday.
Mm-hmm.
To take showers and stuff. That's it. You go back to the room. That's it. Well, you was there for 5 years, right?
5 years because I fought the police.
Wow.
I fought the police in there because they're in there. Look, in Florida, it's a lot of the Panhandle is the Bible states, and the Bible states it's a lot of racism, it's a lot of segregation, and when you go in there, and you go to a camp, let's say in the Panhandle of Florida, and you have rednecks that run the camp. You get out the camp, and we're young Hispanics from Miami. What do you think they're gonna if you got blacks coming out the bus, if you got Hispanics coming out the bus, what do you think they're gonna say? Oh, the freaking Spanish niggers and the black and the niggers. That's what they're gonna say. You know what I'm saying? But we don't care. We used to that kind of content. You know what I'm saying? Because due to our history. But that's another subject. But to get back in question, I fought the police. I got extra time for fighting the police because they gave you outside charge? Yes, because they're racist and they try to implement the power they don't have in society. When they come in there, they got a badge, and then things change.
Yeah, they try to
because they're backed up by the government.
Abuse
exactly. They abuse of power. So you might have a prick that's beating on his wife that has the bad day, bad week, and he comes and he takes it out on one of us. And we have nothing to do with, his wife's cheating on him, or he probably got some kind of problems going on in society, and he brings it in the prison system and he takes it out on us. And sometimes not everybody's going to be, subjected to take that abuse. Mm-hmm. And I was one of them. So,
wow, what camp was this in?
This was in Martin. This was in Washington.
Oh, so you did it more than one time?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so you had a history of this?
2 times.
They try to jump on you and all type of stuff, huh? Oh, how did that went down?
Well, the first time they jumped me, they fucked me up. They left me in a wheelchair for 2 weeks.
Wow.
But I only was managed to knock 2 of them out because there was too many of them. And think about it. You got guys coming. Most of them are my size, and they're coming. You know what I'm saying? They're coming 10, 12 deep, and most of them are my size. So,
Damn, they put you in a wheelchair like that?
Mm-hmm.
Well, the first time or second time?
The first time. The second time, I got off.
And you took out your anger, what you had
the
built
second
up.
time they came in with the spears, with the shell, with the
with the electric the
shields, and I grabbed one and I slammed.
But it happened in confinement.
Yeah.
Oh.
And a couple times, happened.
Wow.
For those of you that tuned in, that were locked up on the Florida State Penitentiary, that know me. You know this tattoo. You know who I am. There's no military secret. You know who I am. There's no tattoo. There's no this tattoo. And God bless y'all, man. You got out, man. You're doing a great thing, man. God bless y'all, man. One love, man, to y'all, bro. For the ones that kept it real in there, 100, man. Because a lot of people can't come out. They say, oh, yeah, because I kept it real in there at 100. Yeah. And there were straight bitches in there. Niggas were fucking putting down on them, slapping them up like bitches, and stuff like that. But when they come out here, oh yeah, because I was in prison. First and foremost, ladies and gentlemen, ain't nothing cool about being in prison. Number one.
That's true.
All right. You're away from your family. They treat you like shit. You know what I'm saying? They talk to you any kind of way. You know, they talk to your family any kind of way in the court system. You know, you can't do nothing about it because you're in the court system. You're under there. You're reprimanded from your freedom. So ain't nothing cool about being locked up. Fuck being locked up. You know what I mean? But if you can learn, if you can evolve, all right, and you can evolve from your situation, then it's all good. But if not, then guess what? Then you become a victim of circumstance.
Listen, man, I'm gonna tell y'all like this, man. I try to, you know what I'm saying, sometimes not give you all that content like that, but that just got real. You know, cause I tell y'all, man, a lot of stuff that's being told on YouTube and stuff like that be sugarcoated, man. It be sugarcoated 9 out of 10. And you know, to try to get people do that to try to get status, to try to, you know what I'm saying, become something when it really when it's really not what it is. Whatever you go through in prison is because you put yourself in that position. You're simple. That's why you hear these stories. Oh, he got airlifted. He got stabbed. But what you think? They're just gonna stab you just because they don't like you? Doesn't work like that. When you see somebody getting shanked, somebody getting hit up, something like that, this man is a witness. It's because you did something. You ain't had no business sticking your nose in nobody's business. You ain't had no business owing nobody no money. You ain't had no business messing with such and such punk. You know, you ain't had no business false claiming something or getting sanction or whatever. Or you something like that. Simple. Or you ain't had no business telling us from people. And then people found out you were telling us something. And then they're going to come and grab you and put you in outside medical. Simple. It's just like in the street. Nobody going to come and shoot you in the street or do anything to you in the street if you didn't earn that or nothing like that. It doesn't work like that, man. So you put yourself in the predicaments and then you got to deal with them. But prison, 9 out of 10, a lot of the times of the camps that I was in, I was hanging out. I was hanging out. Yeah, I had a couple of situations here and there.
If you hang out in there, if you hang out and you do your thing, that means you're a stand-up individual.
Yeah,
I mean, you know, if you're a stand-up individual, you ain't no snitch.
Exactly.
No, I mean, look, I'm gonna tell you, I got nothing against homosexuals. You know what I'm saying? God bless y'all. You know what I'm saying? You know, that's your life. I have nothing, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you have people in there that they say that, okay, yeah, okay, and they have their wives in there. Their wives, poor woman comes to see them.
Boy, I seen it too
poor
many times.
Woman comes to see him.
Tell him.
All right. She breaks her back to come see him every weekend, sends him letters, you know, sends him money, looks out for him, but then he's fucking a faggot.
Works two jobs to be
just to support her husband. But he's getting a dick sucked by a faggot and stuff like that. Okay, no problem, you know, that's their business. If you want to be gay, that's your world. But don't be gay here and then, you know, lie to your wife and then go out there and say that you were being a stand-up individual in there. You understand? That doesn't roll. That's not good. That's not good. You know, and then when you have real people that come out, you know what I'm saying, real stand-up men that come out and try to get one of these women, they run away from people like us because it gives us a bad rap.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
I seen it plenty of times. Listen, man, there was a dude in my dorm. I'm gonna put it like this here, quick story before we wrap this up. There was a dude in my dorm. This gentleman will go to visit every Saturday, every Sunday, like clockwork. He wouldn't miss a visit. The locker on full, doing great, whatever. But guess what? He goes out there with his wife and his kids, kiss them in the mouth and everything. And in the dorm, he had a pump. So they're living a double life. And he'll kiss the pump, put the sheet up. Y'all don't know what I ain't gonna talk about it. Y'all know what the hell happened behind the sheet. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna get into details. They do they whatever they do. You know what I'm saying? And they go out down the weekends hugging and kissing their wife, telling them they love them to death, this and that. But here you go, doing all type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Behind your wife's back and they're living a life where you could go ahead and then when you get out on the street, you get your wife sick because here you are messing with this pump in the chain gang. You know what I'm saying? That's sick. That's man. Prison is a whole totally different world. What's up, Black Yoda? The prison is a world inside of a world. It's a whole totally different world, man. That's why I'm gonna be real with y'all. I just started talking. Y'all see, I just started talking about prison, but it's that a lot of my videos. I just started doing it now to for the public and stuff like that. But I'm gonna be real with y'all. It's not something I like to talk about that much. I don't. It's not something I praise. It's not an experience that I like to even remember. You know what I'm saying? And I was in there. I never had no issues. Respect it. Mind my business. Didn't stick my nose in nobody's business. If that got going on, that ain't got nothing to do with me. I go that way. You know what I'm saying? Just it. But it's not a place where you want to be at. And the little bit of time, the time that I did, I hung out. I hung out. Cell phone, this and that. It just hung out. You know what I mean? Mind my business. You mind your business, you're good. You're good. And you don't run your mouth. You see something, you go the other way. You look the other way, that ain't got nothing to do with you. That's just simple. That's it. And stay out of the police face. They tell you something, yes, sir, no matter, keep about your business. You know what I'm saying? That's it. That's basically it, man. So with that being said, man, anything y'all want to ask this gentleman right here, man, if y'all on the live and y'all have any questions on your chest or on your mind, he's right here to answer your questions. You know what I'm saying? And let y'all know what he thinks, his opinion, and what he got to say about what y'all going to ask him. So before we wrap it up, go ahead. If y'all got any questions, any type of like doubts or anything that y'all want to ask, y'all go ask Juan Carlos about his experience or whatever y'all want to ask him real quick before we get out this live, man. Because we're about to wrap it up, man. We got a good workout, and we gave you guys a nice little live video, you know, for you guys to enjoy. You know, so if you guys got anything y'all want to ask this gentleman, y'all go ahead and ask it right now, and he will be reading it, and he can answer you guys on what's going on. It could be on Instagram. It could be on YouTube. So if y'all got any questions for this gentleman, Jesus, what's up, man? You always ask questions. Now you want to be quiet. Come on, ask questions, Jesus. You always get some good ones. You know what I'm saying? Everybody else, man, that's on the live, I want to appreciate you. I love you guys, because without y'all, we ain't nobody, man. I'm telling you, this YouTube channel runs because of you guys, and you guys can get it best. On King Shine and White Girl, they're all right. I got some information on them today, and the Lord is just, you know what I'm saying, doing what he does best. The only thing what's going on now is that the courts is being holding up on a lot of like court dates due to the fact with the coronavirus. So they're backed up. So that's what's going on with them. But the Lord is trying to get them in there as soon as possible. And with that being said, they should be out here soon. And they should be out here, you know, updating their channel.
God bless the brothers, man. I hope they're okay, man. The situation, I hope they works out for them.
Yeah, because they're good people, man, with good hearts. They're blessed up, and they will show love to everybody, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, what's up, Mimi? I got anybody else want to ask a question, man? If you have a question you want to ask my brother, let me know, man. Hit that like button, too. Hit that like button. Well, I see nobody else want to, you know what I'm saying, ask no question. So I'm about to wrap it up. You know what I'm saying? I love you guys. Tell your family and friends about this channel. You know what I'm saying? And, hey, y'all follow me on Instagram, which is Fresh Papito, and on YouTube, it's Fresh Papito World Talk. Hey, Juan Carlos, tell them your Instagram, too, man, but they can follow you on Instagram.
Oh, this Beach Pound 305, Beach Pound 305.
Okay, Beach Pound 305. Y'all heard it, Beach Pound 305. Y'all can go ahead. Y'all can DM them any questions. And at the same time, if you got any workout questions, y'all can get with the gentleman, man. He's great when it comes to workout. We worked out right now, man, and he had me like this with my tongue out. So we will get in it, man. We will get in it. So any questions, any doubts? Oh, okay, I make sure I got you. You're always promoting yourself as the lady from the radio station.
Okay.
Yeah. In Orlando and stuff. Good people. So y'all go ahead and follow the gentleman, man. He's always he's always open to hear any y'all need some advice. He's always there too at the same time. Love you guys. Take care. And I love you, man.
Yeah.